How's everyone doing this evening? A lot is going on since the last time we've talked. As usual. Missed you guys. Mr. Mayberry, how are you doing this evening? Thanks for joining us. You're looking dapper there, my friend. What's up, man? I'm doing good. Let me give you a little wave here. I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to talk about a topic tonight, Eric, that I'm sure you're familiar with. Sacred kinships, meeting special people. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, brother. I'm doing good too, hanging in there, trying to stay out of trouble. And I know you're doing the same. So tonight, we have an interesting show. I'm interviewing two very beautiful people. The topic tonight is sacred kinships, or another word for it, we can call them twin flames or soulmates. Yeah, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I might need you to help me to stay out of trouble. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about special people tonight, and I'm interviewing two very special people. We had unusual chance meetings and turned into something far greater, far more meaningful. And we're talking about special people tonight. And I'm sure you guys, I want you to think about your own stories of chance meetings with special and unique people that have come across your path. So tonight we're going to celebrate them tonight. For all those people out there that have made major impacts in people's lives. So that's the topic tonight, sacred kinship. Log in, dial in, 516-453-9133. Press 1 to join the conversation. Looking Glass Entertainment, we love to have you join us on the Know Your Right show. As usual, be careful out there with this COVID thing. You know, we're still having issues with our police. Not knowing when to shoot and everything, but I don't want to talk about tonight. I don't want to get upset tonight about that. Okay? I want to keep my vibrational energy higher tonight. So we're going to talk about beautiful people tonight. Huni Bakatoon, thanks for joining us tonight. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. So, you know, I've been on this network for about a year now. And, you know, I hear the rumblings, I hear the great things that Brother O is doing, that Huni Bakatoon are doing, and Jerry Petito, the impact on individual people's lives that they're making. So certainly they understand sacred kinships and what that means. Let me give you a wave to you, brother. Brother Atun. So, yeah, so we're going to talk about that tonight. Again, I was saying that with Brother Oladeli and Huni Bakatoon and Jerry Petito, and I'm sure others, I hear the stories of the people that they've made an impact on and helped in their lives. Sure, Eric, I'll give you the number again. The number is 516-453-9133. 9133. Press 1 to join the conversation. For all of those who are listening out there on Facebook Live, call in tonight. We're calling out of Lagos, Nigeria. 516-453-9133. Okay? Press 1 to join the conversation. See you guys. We're going to just ride this on through. We're going to call in around 9:30, and we're gonna start with the show and the interviews. But so I met Shanan about 10 years ago. I was trying to get a job from the brother. I met this man. We were down here trying to get a job in the merchant services industry. He came down to train me in Philadelphia to help me get a job. I spent a week with this brother. Long and short of it, I didn't get a job. but I met something far, far greater. And he's going to talk about that and share that story tonight. What a beautiful brother. He has a beautiful family. And guys like Shanan and women like Lena, they're not a dime a dozen. So as we interview these two beautiful people, I want you to think about your own special kinship and special friendships you have with people who you consider special in your life, that are there, you meet them and you know. And that's what this show is about. I've talked about in past shows meeting people and understanding and trying to figure out what their message is for you. And this is a good example of that. How you doing this evening, Karan? Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for joining us. You know, we can't get started unless you're here. So, kinship. Kinship means a family relationship or other close relationships. Sacred. Sacred means regarded with great respect and or reverence by a particular religion, group, or individual. So this is where I get the term sacred kinship. Relationships that you protect, that you understand what it means and what it is. Sometimes they're long distance, sometimes they're closer, but you know, they are what they are. So we're going to talk about that tonight, everybody. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining the Know Your Right show. We're going to get logged on in approximately 7 minutes. We're going to begin to log into the show and get the show started for you guys. Please call in again, 516-453-9133. Press star to join the conversation. Calling out of Lagos, Nigeria. Brought to you by Looking Glass Entertainment. So thanks for joining us. Hope you guys get something out of this show. Please call in and ask your questions or make comments. It will be appreciated. I thought this was a good time to pay tribute to special people that enter our lives and make an impact on our lives for the better. We all know about the challenges we have down here, but every once in a while you run into special people, and this show was about them. So I'm going to interview Lena Blue and Shanan Mohatt. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Know your rights. We'll be with you guys in a couple of minutes and everything. So yeah, so I was trying to get a job from Shanan, man. Trying to get a job, needed some money. He came down to train me, trying to train me. We didn't get one deal. We had great lunches and dinner together, and my man left. All I know is I didn't want him to leave. He contacts me 10 years later and discusses with me the conversations we had, and the rest is history. It's unbelievable. My mind was blown. Little bit different story with Miss Lena, with Miss Blue. We met on a site trying to talk, trying to get our romance on, and it turned into much, much more. We're still great friends. She has made a major impact in my life, has inspired me, keeps me on my toes, holds me accountable, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So call in. Tell us your stories of special people that have entered your life. And join the Know Your Right show. You know, share your stories with us. Call in, family, 516-453-9133. Press star 1 to join the conversation. Know your rights. Sacred kinships. Brother Baruti, thanks for joining us. Tawana, thanks for joining us. Always an honor to have you on here, Baruti. Call in and share your stories. You can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Some videos on YouTube, and the website is coming eventually. Again, family, call in 516-453-9133. Yeah, so these chance meetings are something else with people, you know? These chance meetings. You know, when I meet someone like that, I'll ask myself, you know, did I know this person in a past life? Who was this person in my past life? I feel like I've known them all my life. We were together before, you know, whether it's girl, guy, you know, whatever. So, family, make sure you pay attention to people who are in your life. Ask yourself the question, what is their message for me? What is their message for me? Who are they and why are they in my life? When you find yourself asking those questions, life takes on a much fuller meaning. You have a lot more control. Okay. A lot more control in your life and much better and fuller and more impactful relationships. Isn't that what this is about? Isn't that what we're trying to achieve? It's an honor to have you on here, Brother Baruti. Another beautiful brother on the O&E family. So, all right, great. So it looks like Lena and Shanan are on. Brother O has them, so all systems go there. So Know Your Right show. So yes, so it's been an interesting story. So we're gonna listen to their stories tonight. You guys call in and ask questions. Love to hear your comments as usual. And you're gonna head down and see what this show does for everyone. Sacred Kinships. Know your rights. Know your rights. Terris Strength, know your rights. Thanks for joining in, family. Miss Des, thanks for joining us. How are you doing this evening? Thanks for joining us, Miss Des. We're talking about sacred kinships tonight. Interviewing the lovely Miss Blue and the good-looking Brother Mohatt tonight. Dial in 516-453-9133. Press 1 to join the conversation. Brought to you by Looking Glass Entertainment. Robin, good to see you this evening. Looking gorgeous, I see. Yes. Yes, let me give you a wave. All right, so we're gonna dial in right now. Get this party started.
Minute 6 seconds. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you'll be able to listen to the show.
Thanks for joining us, Robin. Good to see you. We're talking about sacred kinships tonight. So make sure you call in, Robin. Again, 516-453-9133. Press 1 to join the conversation. Call in, family. Call in on the Know Your Right show.
Clear?
I'm here.
What's going on, my brother? Are you there?
I'm there.
All right, I hear you, man. Loud and clear. Talk to me again.
Yes, I'm here.
Check one, check two.
Check one, check two,
Right,
brother.
you sound a little faded.
Okay.
You sound a little faded.
Let's see again. Check one, check
fix
two.
that mic real quick. But you sound faded. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't sound right. There you go. Wherever you just did, you sound loud and clear right there.
I'm loud and clear right here?
Like that. You good.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound loud and clear. All right.
All right.
All right, folks. Orny Dynasty out of Lagos, Nigeria.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4,
Here we go.
3,
Wait for the blog
2,
lady.
1.
This is a product of...
Blog Talk Radio.
Okay. This is a product of Beverly Nation. This is Know Your Rights, and I'm your host, Terris Strength. On air now, calling from Lagos, Nigeria. Call in, family, 516-453-9133. Press 1 to join the conversation. This conversation is brought to you by Looking Glass Entertainment. And before I begin, I would like to thank Brother Oladeli and the O&E Dynasty family for giving me the opportunity to share my story and my perspective. The topic this evening is spirituality, a new perspective, sacred kinships, and we have two guests this evening. We're going to interview Lena Blue and Shanan Mohatt this evening. You influence your entire reality and all the people in it by changing your own vibration. Because your entire reality, including the people in it, are a projection of your own consciousness. You are the projector. Your reality is the projector screen. There is nothing else you can do to really change and improve your reality other than to change yourself. And that was by Till Swan. Okay? So, just want to talk very briefly before we bring our guests on. We got a lot to get through with these questions I'm going to ask them. So the topic tonight is spirituality, new perspective. We're talking about sacred kinships. Before we get into it, I just want to remind everyone to be careful with this COVID thing. We're now transitioning to schools. Kids are going back to grammar school and high school and college. And we just got to stay vigilant. You know, it's the same thing. Nothing's changing so far. I know they're working on vaccines and all this stuff, but we got to take care of ourselves and continue continue to raise our vibrational frequencies. I don't want to get into talking about the cops and the police and all that's been going on, because I just don't want to even lower the conversation tonight. But obviously we have work to do in that regard also. But anyway, I want to stay on track tonight, and we're talking about when you meet beautiful people in your life, in your lives, when people cross your paths that make a positive impact in your life. We've talked about on the past shows that usually difficult people and circumstances tend to be our master teachers, and we tend to learn a lot more from the challenges, and difficult people tend to teach us more. But every once in a while, family, it's great to have someone that you meet and they bring a full package. You know, they inspire you, they help cause a paradigm shift within your consciousness. And that's what this show is about tonight. This show is about people that cross your paths that have meta-human potential, right? Because that's the goal. That is the ultimate goal of spirituality, to transform us from mere humans to meta-humans. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So we're going to talk to Lena Blue tonight and get this thing going. And we're going to start with Shanan. Shanan, are you there?
Yes, sir. Terris, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Try to speak up a little louder if you can.
Absolutely. So,
all right. So hold on.
I'm here, Terris. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you okay. I guess they can hear you on Facebook Live. I can hear you okay. All right. Just keep in mind to speak up loud. Okay. So I want to get started. So I want to get into it because this is an unusual young man here that I ran into trying to get a job. You know what I mean? I still didn't get hired. You know, but we had a chance meeting about 10 years ago, and so I'm gonna let him get into the story because I'm sure he can tell it from a different perspective than me, and I'm sure it's probably far more interesting. So I want to ask you, Shanan, tell the story of how you and I met, because it's a bizarre one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before I get into that, I want to first off, say, how honored I am to really be here, invited to your show, and congratulations on your success that you've had. Knowing you, Terris, has really been such a blessing in my life, as well as my family's life. And, I've witnessed you've blessed so many other people because of this show, and so I'm grateful to be a part of that. So thank you for inviting me to share, our story with the world.
Absolutely.
And, if one person's life would be changed like, you've changed my life, then I know that this show will definitely have served its purpose. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
The way that we met it's kind of a unique situation. You had, of course, applied for a sales job, and my company had flown me out to Philadelphia to train you. And this was, like you said, about 10 years ago. And I had been to Philly to train before, and I really had fallen in love with that city. It's just a beautiful place. And so, I was super excited to go back. And, I remember picking you up Monday morning, and, we ran appointments all week. And the irony to the story is that, we ended up not closing one deal that entire week. And so as you can imagine, we had lots of free time, in between these appointments. And as the trainer, I had to stay positive and optimistic, and, hopefully I could give you something, that was worthwhile for the experience at least. But really, I was just hoping that you wouldn't quit at that point. And
right.
That's how we crossed paths.
It was interesting because I remember telling Shanan, I say, Shanan, you was like, Terris, or he was like, Terris, are you still interested in this job? I say, listen, Shanan, if you can close a deal, then I think I can close a deal. If you don't close a deal, I'm not taking this job. You know what I mean? And we both laughed about it,
exactly.
and we kept plugging away and carried on, and we did not close one deal. And I knew you were good.
Not one.
I knew you were good. We didn't close not one deal.
The funny thing is, this is the second time I had been there, and the first time I went, I had trained another gentleman, and we didn't have any success that time too. So I knew that this time was going to be different, and fortunately, it wasn't.
Listen, us Philadelphians are tough.
First time in my career that had ever happened.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I know how successful you are doing it.
Yeah.
I believe it. But I guess when I look at what happened and the way it happened, that wasn't the reason why you were there. You know what I'm saying? Apparently.
Exactly.
You know, and we had
the
some.
The reason I was there, you know, that's the significance of that situation. You know.
Which leads to my next question.
You know, the way that it changed my life is, you know, we had so much free time on our hands, right? So, you know, we started talking about everything from family. You know, that conversation changed and, of course, mutated into, you know, God and religion. And, you know, when you started telling me your story, you know, I really listened with intent. And, you know, you had mentioned reading so many different books of religion, right? Not just the Bible. And,
right.
You know, I grew up and I was raised, you know, Judeo-Christian, and, you know, I lived by the Bible, and, you know, I was really, you know, my whole family's like that, and I'm sure they're listening tonight. And so a lot of these things that I'm about to share with you, you know, are quite new to them, and it's nothing new to me, okay, because you know who I am. And so,
right.
You know, I was curious to learn from your perspective about other religions. You know, and we sat in that car for hours upon hours having, you know, intimate conversations about family and religion and everything else. And, you know, I was able to ask a lot of questions to you freely, you know, without being judged.
Right.
You know, and I felt like, you know, you were extremely knowledgeable on those topics. You know, and I really felt like you had my best interest at heart because, you know, I was the one who was guiding the conversations. I was the one who was asking the questions.
Right.
And I remember going back to, you know, the hotel at night. You know, I would call my wife and I would tell her everything that we had spoken about. You know, and she probably thought I was crazy at the time because of all the things that I was telling her, which is kind of ironic. And so, you know, I'd show up the next morning with a list of new questions and thoughts, you know, and emotions. And, you know, we did this for 5 straight days. And I just literally couldn't get enough. So we really had become spiritual brothers at this point.
Absolutely.
And it really felt like, you know, we were from the same family somehow.
Absolutely.
And it was quite an amazing feeling. And still to this day, you know, I get choked up and I get emotional, you know, just thinking about that. And as you know that, we've had many conversations after that. And so, you know, it was a bittersweet, you know, when it came for me to go home, right?
Absolutely.
I really didn't want to leave.
Absolutely.
You know, however, you know, I really felt enlightened and spiritually awoke at that point, really connected. And, you know, you kept telling me that this trip was just part of my own spiritual journey, right? And it was supposed to happen this way.
Right.
And so, you know, I felt a little bit guilty because, right, I'm there to teach you how to make some money. And I was clearly the student in this, you know, dynamic here. And so, you know, you continue to enlighten me unconditionally, without hesitation, you know, and I want to just thank you for that. It really, you know, completely changed my life, you know, from that week and after up until today. And so you've always told me that, you know, I've already known the answers to my questions. And, you know, deep down, you know, I knew that this was confirmation to my own personal thoughts and feelings that I already had. And, you know, you told me that it was just my time to receive that gift and that you were there for that purpose. And so never once have I ever felt like you had, you know, some sort of prerogative or hidden agenda or some sort of narrative or underlying reason why, you know, you were sharing this information with me.
Right.
And, you know, for the first time in my life, I didn't feel like, you know, someone was trying to get me to believe, you know, what they wanted me to believe or, you know, what they believed. And it was just really it was my own control, my own thoughts and my own beliefs. And,
wow.
You know, like when you meet somebody for the first time and you feel like you've known that person forever.
Absolutely.
You know, and I now understand what being controlled feels like spiritually, because, you know, at that point I was spiritually free.
Right. Wow.
So yeah. You had suggested I watch a movie. There was was it called The Celestine Prophecy?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was something that changed my life. I mean, I've happily shared that with many other people who have come into my life and since I've met you, who had similar questions, that I had. And so, since I was no longer bound by doctrine, my eyes had been opened to my own thoughts and my own intuitions.
Absolutely.
And that's what changed my life. And so you always told me everyone's spiritual journey is different.
Absolutely.
And at that moment, I knew that you had been placed into my life, not by chance.
No.
It wasn't a coincidence.
No, it wasn't.
But it was really a divine intervention, right? And those are the tools that we all have been given. And so, they're there to help us guide, us through our own spiritual journey. So, that's going to help us grow as individuals and be aware of the relationships around us.
Absolutely. Shanan, those are powerful words. I think we have a caller in the queue. Brother O, I think we have a caller in the queue. Caller, who am I speaking with?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling in to hijack this show tonight. The Know Your Right show has been canceled and taken over by me, the Magic Man Haru. How dare you come up here and break my all-time record? I'm trying my best to keep from being sour. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Magic Man. I'm doing all right. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, man. Hey. Look, just be patient with me, man, because I'm driving. But look,
Okay.
I want to say I am so grateful, man, that you are part of O&E, man. You have everything that it takes to be successful, be it with O&E Dynasty or whatever you're doing on your own, man. I'm already fascinated by your special guest. So I want to say to you, sir, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can. I think I can.
Congratulations, the Comet, on your historic O&E syndication station all-time connection record as the first host to garner 24 all-time as a new host and 23rd consecutive, the all-time record set for the greatest show in O&E history. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm your brother.
Thank you,
Keep
brother.
doing what you're doing.
Wow.
Keep raising the bar.
Wow, thank you, Huni, Magic Man. Seriously, thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm humbled by that. Actually, I really am. Wow. No, I don't know what to say. Shanan, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's keep this rolling. I want to thank Magic Man for those kind words. So, explain what becoming enlightened means for you and your family.
Well, what becoming enlightened means to me, obviously it may be way different than what it means to other people or, even in my family. So I can really only speak for myself, but I'll definitely share. If I had to kind of compartmentalize the answer, I would say, really it's how aware somebody is to listen to their own thoughts and their own feelings and not follow someone else's. And to be really aware of the energy that people give away or try to take from you, okay?
Right.
And realizing, whether it feels right or whether it feels wrong, choosing your battles wisely, and of course preserving your energy to use it where it's needed. To help your family or to help, another human being who needs help. And so I believe that everyone really has that ability to kind of sense that energy and and that's what enlightened means. And so, we as humans, I think we tend to take the path of least resistance a lot of times. And, sometimes it gets us into trouble. And so if you try to force things to happen all the time, it becomes harder to trust in your intuition. And
Absolutely.
if you're always making wrong decisions, right, if you're not conditioned to really do so, I think that, even I can feel lost in my own thoughts and emotions. And, if I manufacture them rather than listening to that little voice, that's where I get into trouble. And, over the years, it gets easier and easier to trust your intuition and listen to that little voice.
Absolutely.
And so, staying optimistic, staying positive, over time you're going to become more enlightened, like I have over the last 10 years from meeting you. And things begin to kind of fall into place where, it doesn't really surprise me anymore, when things happen around me, because I realize, these things were supposed to happen, whether they're good or whether they're bad. And so now I just use that really as confirmation. Like when I met you, it was confirmation, whether it's the right or the wrong decision, because, I can usually stay out of trouble this way. Absolutely. If I just listen to that intuition and that voice that talks to me. And so that's what guides me through my life now, and, that's what being enlightened truly means to me. I don't try to make things happen. I just let them happen.
There you go.
And really learning from it, because it was probably supposed to happen for a reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we have, Shanan, I think we have another caller in the queue. Caller,
Yes.
who am I speaking with?
Hi,
Hey,
it's Jerry Petito. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Miss Petito?
Hi, Jared.
I'm doing great. Hi, I want to say hello to your guest. I love I love the connection you two have. It's beautiful.
That's my brother.
Okay.
Just had to say that. Yes,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
had to
we're
say that.
definitely
'Cause
brothers.
I can feel it all the way over
Mhm.
here in New Jersey. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's real.
What I wanted to say to you was, everybody has their own spiritual journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the one important thing is that what you were saying about not being led because of what you're told or the way you grew up and, all that. Because I grew up Catholic and I fought it, okay? And I just remember growing up and saying to my mom, I just have to find the truth for me. And she was like, cool, it's okay. And I went to speak to a pastor, a rabbi, a priest. I was like maybe 20, maybe. And, I had to come to terms with what I felt was right for me. Jesus is right for me. But it's not because anyone told me. I had to completely take myself out of all religion, all nonsense, and I just have a relationship with him. But I'm listening to, I love what I'm hearing as far as what you guys are putting out there, and I love your show, Terris. You know how I feel about you, sweetheart. And congratulations on Hooney giving up the crown tonight. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's an honor.
You're wearing it well. You're wearing
Yeah.
it well. So I love your show. I love you. Your guest is awesome, and I just wanted to say congratulations to you and hello.
Thank you. And Jerry, tell us when is your show.
Well, thank you.
Tell us when your show is, Jerry.
So my show is 3 weeks on a Tuesday night,
Okay.
and it's 9:30. Okay?
Jerry Petito Show.
All right, sweetheart.
All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, so...
Thank you.
So,
Nice to meet you.
yes. So, Mr. Shanan. All right, so another question for you.
Yes.
So, in this time of fear and confusion, what is your message to the rest of the world? It's a lot going on.
Yes. There is a lot going on right now. But, I would just say don't live in fear. I mean, you have to be confident, with who you are as a person. Live your best life now. That's really important. Don't wait for something to happen, because life is happening all around you right now. Okay?
Absolutely.
I would also say, don't try to figure out your purpose, because the things that are happening around you are probably the purpose that are supposed to be happening. And really happiness is a choice. I've always said that. Happiness is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And, you have to learn how to avoid people who just aren't happy. And if you're confused about something, then sometimes you have to kind of slow down in life in order to speed up, to make things happen, to really understand that conscious thinking. And so you have to kind of go back and think to your childhood, right? Try to remember what makes you happy. because as kids, we have things that makes us happy. And I think the same passions and dreams that we've always had as kids, have never really left. We just kind of forgot about them.
Absolutely.
And so, that's kind of what I would say. Don't live in fear, and don't try to figure things out, and don't be confused, because if you just open your eyes and look around, this is your purpose, and that's why we're here.
Absolutely, absolutely, Shanan. I think we have another caller in the queue. Caller 3. Who am I speaking with?
Right now, you're talking to Brother O, and I love what Shanan just said. As a child, Shanan, I always wanted to be a broadcaster. I used to look in the mirror when I was 5, 6 years old and be able to project my voice, look at myself, believe that I was Walter Cronkite or John Facenda or, Everett Sarah Rod and all the great, Douglas Edwards, Roger Mudd, Dan Rather, Max Robinson.
Yeah.
And today I'm living that dream. So which I usually don't come on, but I had to say something right there. Kids, don't give up on your dreams because it can come true. Ask your Brother O. And now the next caller. Call you on the line right now with Know Your Rights and Terris Strength.
Hello?
Hello. My name is Angela. I'm calling from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Okay.
And I am really enjoying the show.
Thank you.
So before I forget, I am a fellow host as well, so
Okay.
I want to get that out the way before I forget.
Okay.
But I am really enjoying the show, like really purpose, and not focusing so much on it. Oftentimes we discover our purpose, but we don't do the things to activate it, so it's just like not even knowing our purpose. But because we are here, we do have purpose, just like you said. So I am enjoying this. And I love your connection, just like Jerry said. I love the connection that you guys have. Keep doing a great job.
Thank you. When is your show, Angela?
Thank you very much.
Let everyone know when your show
So
is.
I'm on after Jerry before Fumi. I'm part of the Three Amigos, Andrea, Jerry, and I. We're on.
Okay.
We turn the crown over to each other. So
Okay.
Andrea comes on Monday.
Mhm.
Jerry comes on that Tuesday, and I come on that Wednesday.
Okay. Okay.
So we're all on. Now it'll be
Congrats.
3 weeks. In 3 weeks we'll be on.
Okay. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to have to log on to that for sure.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Angela.
Thank you.
Yes, Angela.
Thank you.
Shannon
Y'all
has
have
a.
a good
Shannon
night,
has.
and I am enjoying the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Shannon has a beautiful perspective on this topic. All right, Shannon. So, keep it moving. So, what are the final emotional thoughts? What are your final emotional thoughts about sacred kinship, Shannon? To sum it up.
Okay, well, my final thoughts about, sacred kinships, would kind of be I would say to, be aware of who's around you.
Mm-hmm.
Be aware of the people who enter your life, who exit your life, and really just learn how to apply the good in people to your own life. And, learn from the bad, right, is to not take on that negative energy if you do run across that. But just be aware of that, and surround yourself with people who lift you up, and, you have to kind of run from the negative and just get that out of your life. And so be careful not to really extend yourself, right, to others. And, always take care of yourself first. Right?
Yes.
You have to take care of your own temple before you can help others. And so, remember that, you're not really in control. So, stop trying to control everything.
Right.
And, sit back and just enjoy life and watch life happen around you and then learn from it. And don't try to control the direction that you're going or the path, will kind of get messed up. And so when you understand that the path has already really been laid out for you, the blueprint's already there for you to follow. You just have to be aware of it. And so, the people like you, Terris, coming into my life, that was a life-changing situation, and I could have taken that situation and not learned from it. But, I was asking the questions, and it really affected me, and it changed my life. And it changed my family's life for the better.
And you have
so
a
I just want to
beautiful
thank you, Terris, for coming into my life, man.
You have a beautiful family indeed, Shanan. I think we have a caller 4 in the queue. Caller 4, who am I speaking with?
Well, hi, Terrence. It's Andrea Kaczynski from the Voice of Hope, a
Yes.
fellow host here.
How are you doing, Andrea? Love her voice.
I'm doing
Hi,
good. Hi, how you doing, Shanan?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. I'm loving the show and what you're saying, and about those connections. And when people come into our life, I always pray for divine connections, and it is real important, on who we let into our life. And sometimes we do need to let go of some of those negative people in our life, and can really wreak havoc on our health too. So loving the show, loving what you're saying. And Terrence, congratulations!
Thank you
on your connection record.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. Wonderful show.
Andrea.
And I'm one of the three amigos. I'm the voice of hope, along with Walking in Purpose and the Jared Petito Show. And then Tony, we will wear you.
Thank you.
So I just want to say I'm loving the show, and I'll sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Thanks for calling in.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome. Love you.
All right, family. We're calling in on air now from Lagos, Nigeria. Dial in 516-453-9133. Press 1 to join the conversation. This is brought to you by Looking Glass Entertainment. Shanan, I want to thank you for those words. I just want to ask you one more thing, Shanan, very, very quickly. What are your What are your thoughts on dating or marriages from a sacred perspective? Like you're a married guy. Just very briefly, give me some of your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I know I didn't prepare you for this one, but you're a big boy.
No, that's fine. My wife and I, we've been married for 17 years. Beautiful. We got 3 beautiful children. And I honestly haven't dated in 17 years, right? So I don't really know what's going on out there. But what I can say about my relationship is, you have to make a decision when you do meet that right person. And once you decide to do something, there is no turning back. And, it's unconditional love, and it's an unconditional commitment to that person. And what really made it work for us is when we first met, we decided that, we wanted to be grandma and grandpa. And so what we did was we started planning our lives backwards. And so we looked, far into the future, grandkids, kids, and, we set up our affairs to really have a plan, to work our lives backwards. And so that at the end goal is really what we were determined to achieve. And so I think a lot of people, they look into the now. They try to get instant gratification. And a lot of times, it's not going to come. And so people get, they sidetrack and they try to start over. And once you start over, it's just harder to get back what you've accomplished. And so sometimes it's easier to just fix, what you've got in front of you, and make it work. And so I think that's, the suggestion that I would have is, plan your life backwards, make a decision and decide that this is, somebody that I want to be with. And if it feels right, you have to run with it, and just you have confirmations throughout your whole life. And so, I don't know, maybe that.
You said,
that was
I just want to say
answer for that topic.
I just want to say something. You said something to me very profound about your marriage when you said your wife's happiness is more important than you guys being together. I shared that comment with some of my friends, and they were like, wow. They were like, wow.
And I've always told her that. I said, babe, you've got to be happy. If you're not happy, then it's not worth the relationship. And so, and she knows this. And if she's not happy, she tells me she's not happy. So my number one job is to make her happy. To treat her like the queen. And that's the women on this planet are the queens, and we have to treat them like that. And I think that we've lost that connection. So my goal, you're right, is to make her happy. If she's not happy, then I don't deserve to be with her, right? And so I told her, you can do what you want to do, but if you're not happy, you need to let me know. And that's more important to me than us being together is your happiness.
See, that's
because as individual souls, that's it. Without each other, you're an individual soul, and you have to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
And you have to be happy. You can't be codependent on other people.
Absolutely. That was deep. That was deep. All right, Shanan, thank you. Thank you, Shanan. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, Terris. I love you, man.
Yes, yes. I'm going to bring Lena Blue on board. Lena, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, Terris. Hi, Shanan.
Shanan,
And,
Lena?
I just wanted to also say, do we still have Shanan?
I don't know. Shanan, are you there?
Nice to meet you, Lena.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right, so we're going to get started with Lena and keep it moving. So, Lena, I know you've been listening to the show. You can tell what a special person Shanan is. So, tell the story. I'll let you tell the story because, me and Lena's relationship is very different. Tell the story of how we met, Lena. Go easy, okay? Easy.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to say thanks for having me back again. I'm glad I have a chance to share, my experience, and I'm so just grateful to ONEU, and just super delighted to have heard yours and Shanan's experience, and that is just so inspiring to me because I'm looking at him down the road. He's been doing this a whole lot longer than me.
Right.
So I just want to thank you. You definitely, and it just gave me a glimpse of where this can go.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And story of how we met. Okay. All right, everyone's getting ready for a different turn. Okay, so Terris and I met on a dating site. And our relationship evolved from, potentially romantic to a spiritual relationship. I would say over the course of about 2 years. And then it was funny. Some of the funny things about it is that when we consider dating and I consider dating you and things like that, I just had a very strong impression that you were different. And that really gave me pause. And, I'm not trying to go too rough, but it just gave me pause. I was like, something different here. What's going on? And then, and I think you had reached out asking about when I'd be singing again or performing again.
Yes.
And, I said I'll let you know, and then we just kind of parted ways for a time. And then when we did reconnect, I kind of felt like, he seems to be operating in a different realm than me. Like, I'm very black and white, and I like clarity, and that's kind of what I relate to. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you have that perspective because it has certainly allowed me to grow. We laugh about how long we talked about stereo components, but that was like the basis of our friendship. We talked about that every facet of stereos. And then one day we started talking about Egypt, and he showed me a video by Pastor Ray Nagin about and discoveries of Egypt. And I watched the video, and I was very gripped by that video, and I wanted to know more. She didn't want to talk about it. So I thought that was really strange. And I said to myself, I know he knows more about this. And so I was kind of determined to press you and get some more answers. And we know now at this point that our spirit guides wanted you to help me to evolve.
Right.
And I had to, kind of press you for that knowledge. And that's kind of how that all happened. And it was really funny that you're not ready to tell me who you were at that time. And that was almost 2 years ago.
I know, right?
And tonight you're interviewing me on your radio show about spirituality. So that's a drastic change.
That is a drastic change. That really is. Yeah, I didn't want to share anything with Lena Blue. That's true.
She did not.
I didn't want to scare her away. All right, so are you still there?
And I was going to say, 2 years ago, I was at that point where I was ready to change. Right. I had been coming from a Christian background. I had been in that a really long time. and I wanted something more. I wanted to know, I knew, I understood the Bible, I understood verses in Jesus, and did my homework there, but I didn't know anything about myself. So that's what prepared me to meet you, because I wanted to know who I was in the context of spirituality.
All right. So, question number 2. So, explain to the listening audience, why was it significant, and how did it change your life? This type of information.
Yes, embarking on this journey has impacted me spiritually, mentally, and physically. Spiritually, I'm in a process of, I'm in a journey of growing and evolving and becoming more enlightened. And mentally, I'm able to connect with myself and what are the things that concern me and how to deal with them. It gives me some tools to deal with some of the issues that I came into this realm with. And then physically, my health has improved. From a time when I was very, very sick, often, to just being able to connect with my body and send healing and love and light into those places so that I can, restore my health. So I went from being a Christian to a metahuman.
Wow.
And as I said, I was heavily involved, in teaching, leading, singing, leading ministries and all that stuff, and which I know was a part of my experience. So, definitely no shade to that at all. But like I said, I wanted to stop operating in the fear of, and this is where, Shanan, I'm just reiterating what Shanan said. I wanted to stop operating in fear and guilt.
Right.
And not understand why am I afraid? Why am I afraid? And how do I deal with that? So now I know that I don't know how I feel that way, but I had to work really hard to love myself and release those emotions, so that if I'm at a place of loving myself, then I'm not operating at lower frequencies such as fear and guilt and just all that stuff. And now I'm at a higher place in terms of my frequency, and I can just be able to hopefully give and receive a love a lot faster, and including loving myself.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we have a caller, Lena. Caller 5 in the queue. Who am I speaking with? Hello? Caller 5?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, this is Mo Black. This is Mo Black. How are you?
I'm doing great, Mrs. Black. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay.
Great.
I wanted to make a comment to both you and Lena. Shanan, I don't know you yet, but hopefully one day we'll get a chance to connect, because I've been connected with Terris for 25 years.
Wow. Yes, she has.
Lena, and I'm still here, right?
Yes.
But the comment I wanted to make was that to Terris and Lena is that Lena is always challenging Terris to do more and expand himself, and I think she's a great addition to your spiritual family.
Absolutely.
And she's making striking friendships, and I just want you both to know how much I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. You see that, Shanan? You see how the
You're
family
very welcome.
expands. Thank you.
Yeah, 25 years. That's great, man.
Yes.
He's got 15 on me, that's for sure.
He's always been like this. He's always been like this.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words, Mrs. Black. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so back to Miss Blue. So explain what becoming enlightened means for you, Mrs. Blue, you and your family. Explain what becoming enlightened means for you and your family.
So when I think about becoming enlightened, first off, it's a process. And I think where I'm at in this, journey of enlightenment is I'm in acceptance. I'm in a place of acceptance I I personally had, had so much resistance, experienced so much resistance in myself and with my family, because it was always with the mindset of fear and guilt. Well, you have to do this, and if you're going to be the right kind of person and good mother, good sister, good everything like that, it was always a push and pull feeling rather than just me. And once you decide to just be, you can accept. You're in a place of acceptance, or I can accept where I'm at, what my journey has been, and what my family's journey has been. Before, I felt like it was my job to mold my kids into my former mindset, where they had to, really, I expected them to conform and perform and make all the choices that I made. And then as I started this journey, my mindset, I went from being from a very divided family, and I never really wanted that. So I had to learn a very rough and tough lesson that my family and myself were all souls, and my kids came here through me, but they came here for reasons of their own and their own choices, just like I did.
Absolutely.
So I had to kind of relinquish that control about it and stop using guilt and stop using fear and things of that nature. Just that control drama. I think we talked about that in one of the 13 Properties of Women Insight books. So we had to move from that place, and then and at the start of this journey, I kind of met my sons. My children who are adults now. I'm so grateful for them. That I met my sons really in June of this year after a family dinner. We were all sitting around, and I got a chance to just experience them from a spiritual perspective and see who they had come here to be. They come here to teach us.
Absolutely.
So this was just mind blowing, and it just put me in a place of such love for my own two children. I can imagine that, if we had this connection earlier, it would be different, but we're here now.
Absolutely.
And as we know, millennials and Gen X, they have not come here to conform to the ways that we were raised to do things and engage in the world.
Not at all.
So, I had to really get an appreciation for who they were in a different way than what I thought they were supposed to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we have a caller in the queue. Caller 6, who am I speaking with?
Yes, good evening. How's everyone?
Hey, who is this?
So,
Hey, this is Sharice Lee with the Sharice Lee program.
What's going on, Miss Lee?
Hey, how you doing? I'm just calling to let you know that I am absolutely enjoying this show, and this is my type of conversation.
Okay.
This is the type of conversation that really holds my interest. And I'm happy to see that us, within the world, that we are evolving
Absolutely.
spiritually to the things that were once hidden. Just like, you all were speaking about the fruit, like the fruits of the Spirit, right?
Yes.
The fruits of the Spirit?
Yes.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. So I just wanted to add on, most of the time people say that how Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, and that's when sin came into the world. But actually, the fruit that they ate was one of the fruits of the Spirit, which was knowledge. Knowledge was that fruit that they ate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just something that I just wanted to add on. It wasn't an actual fruit; it was a spirit, and it was the spirit of knowledge. So, I'm glad that we, at this age and time, are, open more to knowledge and understanding of things in more of a, metaphysical way.
Absolutely.
And I'm enjoying your show.
And when is your show, Miss Lee?
Well, my show, last show was yesterday evening,
That's
and
right.
It will be in 4 weeks. So I think that's around October the 3rd, which will make my 1-year anniversary.
Okay. Congratulations.
And it's and all my shows concern domestic violence.
Great,
We need
outstanding.
that, sister.
We do need that.
Well, thank you for giving me the chance to, yes, thank you for giving me the chance to speak.
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling in, Sharice. Thank you.
Now I have an announcement for Shanan and Lena Blue and the rest of Oni Dynasty all around the world. Tonight, not only is Terris did his thing tonight, I'm going to bring on the next caller momentarily, but tonight is Terris Strength's 1-year anniversary with ONE Dynasty. So Lena and Shanan, congratulate this young man who's come on and changed the rules of engagement in broadcasting.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Terris.
Here we
That's
go.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor.
Wow.
It's an honor. Brother O is being too kind.
So I got something. I'm gonna be real kind to you right now. Bring the next caller at this time. Caller number 7 right now. You're on line right now with Terris Strength and Know Your Rights right here on the Dynasty.
Hello?
Why do I have to get number 7?
Is that Eric? Is that Eric?
Nah, my name does not start with an E. You guys go all the way down to alphabet cereal. You know, if you get Trix ain't alphabet cereal. Just get alphabet cereal and just think about the next name after X. Isn't it? Y, X,
Will of God?
Y,
Will?
Z. No. Damn. How you say my name wrong? Damn.
I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
Yo, what's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Congratulations.
Yes.
I'm so black, I'm stupid. You know what I mean? You a 1-year anniversary. You know how many people got coronavirus that make it 1 year?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
See, there you go. There you go.
People, I'm so sorry because some of y'all got coronavirus, some of y'all got 5G network. I'm still going, pray for your family. But, man, enlightenment? Ooh, why would you bring that into this world right now? Because everybody's not enlightened. Everybody's not ready yet to receive new knowledge, encouragement, born-again statements, how should I say this? New laws of the government. You trying to enlighten the world for real?
Somebody got to try to do it. Somebody got to try to do it.
The best thing about life is some people want to receive it, and some people want to act like, how can I say this? Back in the day, we was old school, and we used to be in slavery where we used to sing. Now, everybody sing a different tune, but we're on new school, but everybody don't want to pray. So it's a shame when you find out different things that's going on with the government, when you find out different foods that we eating or they're giving to us to really make our bodies deteriorate, when you find out that the education that we're being taught is not for us to survive, but for us to be stagnant, it's hurting not only my feelings, but my children's feelings, because if I wasn't here, right now, what my kids believe? Because if their dad said a lie, or if their dad did not tell the truth, who will be their dad? Oops, I didn't even say that. Damn, that's so messed up. I'm loving your show, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. You keep up the good work, man, because somebody got to be a dad somewhere. It takes a village to make a daggone child grow, but the problem is our village is being deteriorated too, because everybody want to be a Decepticon and nobody want to be an
Autobot,
angel of light. Yep. Come on, man. Did you just say it? An Autobot?
I did say Autobot.
Light. You went to the Autobots. They got Autobots got light bulbs. Anyway, yeah. Pretty good.
Thank you. It's a mess. All right, Miss Blue, are you still there?
I'm still with you.
Okay. All right, so did I ask you, in this time of fear and confusion, what is your message to the world? Did I ask you that question? Yeah, I didn't ask you that question yet, right?
No, I don't think so. My thought is it's time to leave the old mindsets in the past that are no longer serving us and take us away from who we truly are. It's time to really have a sense of who you are at this time and to really delve into that. As we always talk about, it's time to go inward. This time, especially for my generation above and our parents and our grandparents, taught us how to survive. And that got us this far. And we love them, we appreciate them for that gift. And now, as I was saying to a friend of mine, close friend of mine, it's time for us to thrive. It's the time for us to make our contribution and to thrive and continue what they started, but with a different mindset. Many lives have been changed, as we talked about, in this climate, financial upheaval, political climate change, and everything has been drastically changed. And in this time, I feel like taking the time to sit with yourself and go inward and just allow yourself to connect to the universe, God, the spiritual guides that have brought us, that are part of our lives in this experience. That will help us to reduce our fear and our confusion. If you can just start to block out the noise and really hear what is the message that you have inside of you. And I know that for me, this definitely has helped me since I've been impacted by all these changes as well. So that's what I feel like it's just my message at this time. You got to go inward.
Absolutely. All right, absolutely. Call-in family, 516-453-9133. Calling from Lagos, Nigeria. Join the conversation. This is brought to you by Looking Glass Entertainment. All right, Miss Blue. So give me your final emotional thoughts about sacred kinships.
I think these type of kinships are necessary, and I think we were talking about it, and I always thought of these friendships as like kindred spirits and sacred kinships, as you call it. They support our spiritual growth. They support our connection to really hearing ourselves. The idea is to connect with others that you love that don't see personal gain from you. They're interested in seeing you evolve and flourish. My life has definitely done a turnabout from where I started, and with me place of fear to having more love. And I'm nowhere near done growing yet. And I found these friendships to be far more supportive during hard challenges in life that you never know what life is going to throw at you.
Absolutely.
But these kinships do support you as almost reminders to listen to yourself and to remember why you're here at this time during this experience and what you're here to do in this experience. And it helps direct me to love myself and to love others. Support these kinships definitely go toward how can we be more loving in this time? Instead of maybe returning blow for blow, how can we be more loving? That's always the question.
Absolutely. Brother O, could I ask her one more question, or are we running out of time?
No, we always got time to stay for. Go ahead, do your thing, baby.
Okay. All right. So one more question for you, Miss Blue. Very, very quickly, what are your thoughts on dating? Because I know Shanan is married, but you're not. What are your thoughts on dating from a sacred perspective? How has that changed for you?
I say that at this point that I have a new perspective, that I really embrace the concept from A Course in Miracles, and it talks about holy relationships.
Yes.
And these are the ones that support you. Even if separation occurs, you do so lovingly.
Absolutely.
In the book, ACIM, in the book, A Course in Miracles Made It Easy, the writer explained that a husband and wife divorced because he fell in love with someone else. And in this case, it was a man. And she still supported him because of her holy love for him, until he died of cancer.
Wow.
So whereas she didn't exchange that rejection for another rejection, she as Shanan said, she wanted his happiness more so than, that was more important to her because she had a holy love for him.
Absolutely.
And you can say holy, Holey, but she loved him whole.
Absolutely.
So their love was deeper than romantic love, but more of a soul love.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking for that kind of love in a partner.
Absolutely.
I think that relationships come after you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and after you've done the work to deal with them. Because it wouldn't be fair to bring someone into your experience and you haven't done the work and asked them to put up with your issues without you having at least addressed them. And this goes beyond like the surface stuff, like appearances and belongings. And it allows us to, be as we always say, our best selves, a whole person in that relationship.
Well said. Well said, Mrs. Blue. Well said. Brother O, take us home.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Shanan and Lena tonight. Coming on to expound upon a new age of spirituality. To think, it's not legal yet. To be able to stretch your mind into all types of, spiritual oneness within oneself. To know what's right for you. So I want to thank you, Shanan and Lena, for supporting our brother Terris Strength tonight on Know Your Rights, right here at O&E. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Brother O. Have a good night.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, indeed. And of course, let's all celebrate Mr. Terris Strength's 1-year anniversary at O&E Dynasty. Congratulations to the Comet, as we all call him. That's how fast this man is elevating himself to get himself a position, hopefully in 2022. To do some HOF aspirations, young man. But tonight, we're going to deal with what tonight is. Congratulations on being the first host in one linear year to have 24 all-time connection records. And to garner the greatest record in the history of O&E Dynasty, 23 consecutive all-time connection records. That is just out of this world. And O&E Honors, everyone knows, what's going to happen to O&E Honors. I'm not even going to go there right now. Terris already knows. So, congratulations to you, Mr. Strength. And tomorrow night we come back on these stations with the wonderful duo, husband and wife, Peter and Precious Patterson, and The Opinion. 9:30 Eastern. Then I time on these O&E stations. And of course, Family Nation has advertising to O&E, which is Philadelphia and Goes Enterprise. You reach the course at www.lookingglassandthething.wordpress.com, as well as it goes to primetime on that. That's.com. We're going to go to both the Twitter and Instagram, Philadelphia and Goes to Tennis and Google Plus. Philadelphia and Goes to Facebook, as well as our business page, Know Your Rights, as well as the historic W Nation Online Radio, established 2013. Any comments, suggestions for our wonderful program tonight? latedaylay.ingosformy@gmail.com. We are also on LinkedIn. Thank you to all of our LinkedIn subscribers building this great dynasty. I am your mother and father's favorite producer, Philadelphia Malay Ngozi, saying good night and good luck to all the folks out there on Force Radio that support us in the consultation tonight. Mr. Terris Strength, once again, congratulations on your epic, proportionate records, as well as your anniversary at Philadelphia and Ngozi Enterprises. Love you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. I can speak. I have 2 minutes.
Man, you don't stop playing and go ahead and speak.
You know me, said you have 2 minutes. All right, so I want to thank everyone that joined the show. I want to thank Shanan Mohatt and him and his beautiful family. I want to thank the lovely Lena Blue. Thank you guys for sharing your story and your perspectives on our topic tonight, Sacred Kinship. I will see you guys in a month. Thank all the listeners on Facebook. You can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And I'll see you guys in a month. And remember, family, remember, always, always know your strength.
Thank you.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All right, Facebook family. Another great show. Thanks for joining us. See you guys in about a month. I'll probably post some more videos between that time. Thank you all for joining us. Robin, thanks for being here. Thanks for being on the show. Tawana, Diana, everyone, thanks for signing in. It's great having you. And I will see you guys in about a month. Remember, sacred kinships. Pay attention to those relationships that enter your life. Pay attention to them. Ask yourself, what message does this person have for me? All right? So this way, you attract much better quality people into your lives. Okay? It's very, very important to pay attention to that. You will know them by how they make you feel, what they do for you, what they bring to your life. So continue to look for those special relationships. They're there. They're there. I hope you guys learned something from the great Mrs. Blue and Mr. Mohatt and can take some of that with you. Shanan, brother, thanks for your show. You were outstanding tonight. You inspired many people, I can tell. Lena, well, you better inspire people. You know better. I want to thank you, family. Another great show. Thanks for joining us. Know your rights. See you guys in a month. In a month. Go out, tell somebody you love them. Tell the valuable people in your life you love them. Yes. Yeah. Great show, Shanan. Great show, brother. That's Brother Old Collins. Gotta go. All right, guys. See you next week.